So we're here at the Academy
is.
Sports and Outdoors Rigs and Techniques at the CCA workbench, and you know, not often do we get Brie over here, but Brie, we want to talk about how we can fight fish and use our body weight to our advantage, right, Dave?
Well, yeah. Well, really, there's no disadvantage for ladies, you know, because if you're set up properly, a 15-year-old girl can hold enough weight as most of the drag that we're using, and that's really all that we're worried about is holding the amount of drag that we're using. So, you know, arm strength comes into play just a little bit. Most of it is finesse versus arm strength and being able to move.
And you're going to want to use your arms at first,
Correct.
especially,
We're going to move out here in the front.
Yeah,
and we're
got my gear on.
We're going to start, every boat should have a belt on it, and it should be set up for the person before you get a bite, not after the bite has already happened, everybody's running around. That's one of my huge pet peeves is somebody start yelling for the belt before the fish is hooked and ready, you know.
It's like the kiss of death.
Oh, I hate it. It's, you know, I gotta have a belt, it's hurting. You know, come on, just give it a few minutes, you know, settle down. We'll get everything on.
And then put the belt on.
But a lot of times when ladies get to go as guests on other boats, they don't know necessarily, they can buy a cushion, correct?
A cushion.
Yeah, you can get a little cushion, anything like this to put on. Especially when the rods have gimbals on them. This is really a good thing to have on any bigger rod because it offers stability once you get it into the holder properly. But if you don't have one, you can put that cushion on there and it saves your areas, your groin areas down here from getting mashed.
Now, stomach, your leg, everything.
Also, you should always, you know, also have a shoulder harness on a boat too. You don't have to have one right now, but you can use a shoulder harness with a spinning reel. Most people don't even know that. But Rick's going to show you a little bit about how you get the triangle effect here with a heavy pressure. What you want to do is you want to make sure you have your arms straight. You don't want to be pulling against the drag. You know, you watch your spool. If the drag is going out, don't lift, because when you're lifting as the drag is going out, all you're doing is working out. You're not doing anything on the other end.
If you want to work out, go for it.
It's right. You are not a winch. You can't winch the fish to the boat. You know, you want him to pull the drag. Every bit of drag that comes out of there that he pulls out means he's doing the work.
Right.
When you start pulling and the drag starts leaking out, you're doing the work then.
So whether it's conventional or spin, Brie, let's go demonstrate. So we're gonna lift up, right?
Lift up.
And then
keep your arms straight here.
Yeah, exactly. And then wind as you drop the rod tip.
And you really don't want to go that high. That's about as high as you want to go, just a little bit above your eyebrows, because that's when your rod is doing all of the work. You know, when it gets up to about right here, it's all the work it's doing. Once you get up high, your back is starting to work, and the rod is starting to lift. It's not doing its job anymore.
Right.
So, you know, and also you can also put a little strap like this, wrap this around a spinning reel, and you can hook it up to your shoulder harness as well. So you always have a shoulder harness, again, on the boat that's set up properly. You want it to be about a fist away from your body, no more than that.
What's the other thing that's really critical is that you always maintain contact here.
Correct.
Why, Brie?
So it doesn't hit you in the face.
So if the line breaks, he gets you in the rock and it breaks.
And always
actually, you can put your left hand on here and you put your right hand right there to crank. And you don't have to worry about it out here when you've got a harness on. You don't have to lift that much because you lift it with your body.
If it breaks.
Yeah, just if you put your hand right there.
Top of the reel.
And that allows you to guide the line back and forth too, because when you're using a conventional, you have to guide that line. That's one of the angler's responsibilities.
Extra pressure
You can add extra pressure. Now, if this thing is too far away, it doesn't move enough when she leans back and forth.
Look at the
pressure. If
pressure.
it's too far away from her body, the closer you get it to your body, the more it moves.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just
But the further it gets away, you'll start losing your cranking out here, and you want to be in a good, comfortable position so it's not too far out and not so close that you can't crank.
Right.
And that's the same with boys and girls. Those little things are the same. Always go inside out when you're doing your clips as well.
All right,
I mean, outside in.
We got to go to another region. We didn't have enough time. The producer sucked all the fun right out of that.
Okay, we got some good information out of that.